She's probably lying about that too.
Like, she doesn't have to watch the show.
About that.
Why would she lie about that? Why would she lie about that? Why would she lie about being bothered by the show?
Why would she lie?
I'm not a hater of you. I'm not here to take you down. But you are a self-proclaimed narcissist. So I'm going to address you as such. The once popular YouTuber Boogie2988, who has since fallen from grace, has been blessed and given a new show called lolcowlive, which features Wings of Redemption and Tommy C. This has been an amazing opportunity and resurgence in Boogie's career, at least financially, allowing him to be able to make money and do something that he loves to do, talk about himself. Over the last few episodes, the cast has definitely grown closer. As you can tell in the way that they converse with one another, the conversations feel a lot more organic. But unfortunately, in typical Boogie fashion, he has to make everything about himself and ruin the chemistry with a major breakdown. Let's chop this up. Let's first talk about the elephant in the room. I probably don't fit the regular demo for the average Boogie viewer, but I came across Boogie on YouTube somewhere around 10 years ago. I think the first time I discovered Boogie was on a Francis video. Also, I lived through the Songify era, where they were doing all those kind of like T-Pain sounding songs of like viral clips, and I remember they dropped that song Mountain Dew, which sampled some audio from Boogie's famous Mountain Dew video. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a banger. I since then became more of a fan of Boogie when he started doing game reviews, as it was the only thing I had in common with Boogie, which is a love for gaming. Since then, there's been a lot of controversy around Boogie. I think it started somewhere around 4 or 5 years ago, around when he got divorced. There were whole subreddits dedicated to breaking down every single aspect of his life, every stream, every clip they could find of him saying something inappropriate. They would post on there, judge him, and make fun. Since then, there have been hundreds of expose and breakdown videos based around Boogie. You can check those out on YouTube. Just search Boogie2988 and you're going to find most of the videos on there will be about how Boogie sucks. One of the most recent incidents in the chronicles of Boogie that took place that I still, to this day, don't really understand was the incident with Frank Hassel. Now, this is where the internet's going to have to help me out. See, I don't like bullies, and I understand that Boogie is a narcissist, and he's a liar, and he has all this weirdness about him, and he plays into his victimhood, but he's also a 50-year-old obese man that is disabled. The internet's telling me that I'm supposed to be on the side of Frank Hassel. Honestly, when that whole situation came out, I wanted to slap the mustache off of Frank Hassel. Oh, by the way, before any of you Frank Hassel suckers say anything, please look in the background of the scene. Don't make me cringe and explain my background. I'm sure it will come up organically in another video. All I saw was a big, large man picking on a fat 50-year-old who's disabled. And I don't know where you guys come from, but where I come from, I don't care what that person does, unless he's a pedophile or a murderer or a thief or something. It just didn't sit right with me. So y'all explain to me in the comment section why Frank Hassel was in the right to go all the way to Boogie's house and come to his front door. I'll never understand that part. That's not really what this video is about. I really want to address kind of just one issue I have with Boogie, which surrounds the most recent episode of lolcowlive, where Tommy C and Boogie get into a heated altercation.
You know, you got fucking proven wrong on that last cast, saying that I called your fucking girlfriend a goddamn bitch, and I'm very
no, you called her
for Mike for
Sissy Spacek.
I called her Sissy Spacek, but then they rewound it and said that Sissy Spacek bitch, which I've never said.
Okay, well,
yeah, I've called her Sissy Spacek. That's a fucking that's a light job, and it's not even a dad. She's like a famous actress. By the way, one of my favorite actresses ever.
Yeah, I'm just saying it'd be cool if you just let her give it a rest instead of using the same joke. But that's not what I'm talking about. You said I did something that I didn't do. I never. You did. You called her Sissy Spacek. Okay.
No.
Yes, you can. Yes, if you want to argue semantics, I'm going to get semantics.
No, Tom, I'm actually thinking about changing gears here and starting taking shots at her because I never did that.
You just did today. Sissy Spacek looking bitch.
That's like a
He literally said that.
So
editor, replay that. Editor, replay that where he took a shot at her 5 minutes ago.
I called her Sissy Spacek. I sold her young.
Sissy Spacek looking bitch.
I called her Sissy Spacek. I sold her young.
Sissy Spacek looking bitch.
See, and this is the problem with Boogie. Like most toxic narcissistic people, he has a habit of, even when he's telling the truth, he has to add an extra layer of drama on it to make himself seem more like a victim.
No, I
didn't watch last week.
No, I don't watch the thing I just recorded.
You didn't watch. Well,
if you want to argue semantics, you'll always win.
You look like an idiot because you accused me in
Did you not call her sissy fucking SpaceX? Did you not call her sissy fucking SpaceX? Did you not bring her up? Did you not? Who gives a shit? That's semantics. I'm going to listen to me, motherfucker. Go ahead and laugh.
Boogie is by far one of the softest people on the internet. He's literally a giant marshmallow. And for him to be sitting up here in front of another man, speaking the way that he's speaking, as if he's willing to be confrontational to the point where maybe it could potentially get physical, it's just a joke. It's funny. Listen to me, mother. Listen to me. Listen to me. You can't talk to another man like that unless you're willing to back it up. The sad reality is Boogie is a 50-year-old keyboard warrior. Tommy's just laughing in his face because he knows, like, this is all an act. Boogie is being emotional, dramatic. This is what he does. This is contribution to the show. But also, this is just how he reacts in anything in his life. And he's using his girlfriend right now, in this instance, as an extension of his victimhood, right? So since it's not about him right now and he can't be the victim, he can make his girlfriend a victim. I kind of want to give you guys some context here. See, if you don't know who Boogie is, you don't know who Tommy C is, you may be under the assumption that Tommy C is bullying Boogie and his girlfriend right now, right? And Boogie is simply standing up for himself. But honestly, Boogie is just simply a drama queen. This is something that he does on a regular day basis. And again, like I said before, he's utilizing his girlfriend as an extension of his victimhood. Tommy C is a troll. Tommy C can be rude. Tommy C has his own kind of behavior. But at the end of the day, Tommy C is a bro. Anybody who grew up with brothers or grew up with friends, this is the way friends talk to one another. What you don't know is that Tommy C also is on record checking on Boogie when he thought he broke up with his girlfriend, checking to make sure he was okay. Tommy C has repeatedly defended Boogie on multiple occasions on this show. And earlier in this episode in particular, Tommy C was defending Boogie against Mike Klum, who did that documentary on him. What you're watching is a friend being attacked by another friend over a pretty negligible issue. Like, it's just not that serious.
Because you motherfuckers drag her, and she doesn't have skin in the game, motherfucker. You may not have called her a bitch, but you did bring her up. You called her sissy SpaceX. You gave her shit. You put her in the thumbnails.
And by the way, I think that's the closest thing that you could find that I ever dragged her. There's nothing else out there.
How about you leave her name the fuck out of your mouth?
No, I'm going to say whatever I want.
No, I say whatever the fuck I want. I'm a big tough boy. I'm a big tough boy. I have to pick on a 21-year-old girl. I have to pick on a 21-year-old girl. I have to make fun of the looks of a 21-year-old girl. I have to make fun of a 21-year-old girl. I have to make fun of how she looks. I have to make fun of her looks. I have to make fun of her looks.
Tuba's going to just turn you down.
I don't give a fuck. Make her loving me. I have to pick on her and make fun of her looks because she made the mistake of loving me.
I never made fun of her looks.
Notice how he doesn't want to allow Tommy to talk. Notice how he's deflecting. He's getting so caught up into this issue, making a little voice, talking about how Tommy's making fun of her looks. Right? He's in a full-on tangent about his victimhood or his girlfriend's supposed victimhood. He won't even listen to Tommy. He won't allow Tommy to rebuttal or say anything because he wants to paint this narrative.
Then why do you call her sissy SpaceX?
Why don't you call her? Because she looks like sissy SpaceX.
Oh, she looks. You're describing her looks. You're making fun of her looks.
Why do you think sissy SpaceX is ugly? Because I don't.
I don't know what the fuck you mean from it. You're not the kind of person that's been calling her beautiful.
She's one of the most famous actors from the 70s, and she's a beautiful woman. And you're like hey, you think your girlfriend's ugly, not me. Not me. I don't know where you got that from.
Just leave her name the fuck out of your mouth.
I'll do whatever I want. And
yeah, I know you will, you fucking cunt. You'll pick on a 21-year-old girl.
I'll do whatever I want. I'm gonna
I know you will. Hold on, Tommy, be quiet. Boogie, why does it upset you so much when Tommy does this?
Because it upsets her, because I've sat there and held her while she fucking cried over this piece.
Why does she watch this? Why does she watch the show?
She's probably lying about that, too.
Like, she doesn't have to watch the show.
About that. Why would she lie about that? Why would she lie about that? Why would she lie about being bothered by this fucking show?
Why would she lie?
I want to give Boogie some grace here. Maybe he honestly thought that Tommy meant that Desi was lying. He may have honestly thought that that's what he was saying. But come on, man. No one is saying that she's lying. We don't believe the story. We haven't heard this from her. What Tommy is suggesting is that you're making up this whole thing, that you're once again using her as an extension of your victimhood, and you're turning her into a victim. for the sake of attention, for the sake of sympathy, the typical things Boogie's looking for.
You know what's funny about that, Boogie? I never said she was a liar, nor did I ever say she was ugly.
So then what do you mean?
I didn't even infer it. I said she looked like the girl from Carrie, and she does. And that's funny because it's a famous movie. You're the one that fucking took it. And if she took it that way, tough titties. And if she didn't, which she probably didn't, that's fine too.
I mean, I'm just glad Boogie doesn't remember what I said.
Girl out of it.
What did you say?
You gotta leave that poor.
You don't mean to repeat the joke?
What did you say, Boogie? Yeah, I'm interested now.
I said if you ever want to see Boogie's fiance naked, just watch Carrie.
Yeah, real fucking funny. Let's continue.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, let's continue to torture a 21-year-old girl. Let's continue to do that.
A 21-year-old girl is a grown-ass woman.
Yeah. Did you just make that point, Boogie?
No, not according to this audience.
Just earlier in this stream, Tommy and Boogie were having a conversation about Mike Klum and the documentary that's supposed to be coming out soon about EDP. During the conversation, Wings and Boogie talked about their experiences with Mike Klum. And honestly, Tommy C was very defensive about his friends, his co-host, Boogie and Wings. Tommy C feels as if Mike Klum is not running a legit operation and is not a legitimate documentarian. He actually challenged Boogie and also Wings about Mike Klum's behavior, and he told Boogie that he probably shouldn't trust Mike Klum. But Boogie persisted that he wants to trust Mike Klum, and then Tommy made a great point about how Boogie acts as if he hates Tommy, even though Tommy has done nothing but try to be a friend to him.
He flew into Arkansas and gave me a second shot of the interview. And the interview, I mean, I gave him every amount of hell that I could. So I'm hoping he uses at least as much of that interview as he does for the thing, because every step of the way, I'm like, EDP needs to be committed. I think the worst thing I said during the interview, and again, he fed this to me. He's like, you've been friends with EDP for a while now. I'm like, I haven't talked to the guy. He's like, yeah, but you've been friendly with him, right? And I'm like, I guess. He's like, so say, since you've been friendly with EDP.
Were you friendly to him prior?
No. I've spoken to EDP.
So you said, I guess?
Yeah, I guess I've been friendly to him. I haven't been mean to him.
Cow.
Oh,
so he basically did the same thing that he did to Wings.
Is it surprising that I'm easily manipulated, Tommy?
No. Look, I don't hate you over it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, you're telling me, like, you're like, we're talking to this offline, and you're acting like I'm crazy and I'm overreacting, and then everything you're telling me is helping fuel my overreaction, so to speak. You didn't say that verbatim, but that's...
At the end of the day, I want to trust Mike. And that's what it comes down to.
Why would you want to trust somebody with all this information that you have now?
I don't know. I like trusting people. I like people. Why did I let fucking Flamestar continue to come into my house after he showed that he was kind of full of shit? I don't know. I like the guy. I didn't think it would come to the point that it went to. And
why do you like people that want to hurt you?
I don't know, man. That's for therapy.
You hate me, and you like all these other people.
Boogie likes anybody who shows him any remote sense of kindness, even if it's not genuine. If they just talk to him, listen to him, allow him to vent, allow him to talk about himself, he will consider them a friend. The reason why he has a strange relationship with Tommy C is because Tommy C is an actual friend, and he calls him out on his bullshit. Also in the same video, Boogie talks about not caring about Keemstar. The same Keemstar that has done so much for Boogie and is even agreed to pay for Boogie's doctor's visit. But Boogie doesn't give a crap about Keemstar. Yeah, okay.
I like you enough to have a private conversation with
you cannot like it. All right,
I don't trust you. Every private conversation we've ever had. Every private. Hey, let me talk for a change. 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 Let me. How about you start?
You know what the saddest part about this here is? Tommy C actually truly cares about Boogie. You can tell. You can tell by the way he's arguing with him, how passionate he is, specifically how he's pointing out specifically the things that he's done for Boogie. He cares. Somebody who did not care would not even bother to have this kind of argument with someone like Boogie. And that's what I'm saying. Boogie, being a toxic narcissist, it's easier to attack and go after the people closest to him. Now, Boogie, I've said this earlier. If you're watching this video, I'm not a hater of you. I'm not here to take you down. but you are a self-proclaimed narcissist, so I'm going to address you as such. In this particular video, you're putting on a masterclass of narcissism. You have a man who clearly cares about you, who is your friend, who has reached out to you privately, and you're attacking him, you're yelling at him, you're treating him like he is the bottom of the earth. Yet in the same breath, you are trusting to Mike Klum, who has literally embarrassed you, mocked you all over the internet with his documentary.
You don't care about the guy that's worried about your public image. You don't worry about you're mad at the guy that wants you to break up. You went at the guy that publicly said that their relationship is 100% legitimate between two adults. The other people, Mike Klum, Keemstar, everybody else is cool. Except me. I'm some kind. I'm the one driving the narrative around her, which I really, and if you really look at it, I barely talk to.
So if you'll give me 5 minutes, maybe you'll understand. Probably not, and you'll purposely ignore it. But let me try, okay? Tommy, I'd like to be your friend. I've tried to be your friend. Stop interrupting me. Extremely personal.
Else, just
no,
me.
I don't give a fuck about Mike Klum. I don't give a fuck about Keemstar if I'm being genuine with you.
See, this is what I'm talking about. He doesn't give a F about Keemstar. The same Keemstar that gave you this opportunity. The same Keemstar that is going to be paying for your medical bills. The same Keemstar that you're begging weekly for drugs for weight loss. The same Keemstar that put together a coalition of YouTubers to come and counsel you when you were feeling suicidal. You don't give a F about Keemstar? This right here lays it out clear that we are dealing with a narcissist. Somebody who is unappreciative of the people in his life that care about him, that have tried to do good by him. These are the people that he's willing to shit on the quickest. Boogie, I'm sure you don't care, but you continue to disappoint me. As a fan of yours, I've watched countless Boogie teardown videos, and I've always felt sorry for you. I have. I've always felt sorry for you. I believe that you went through some kind of trauma. I don't think anybody who behaves the way you behave didn't go through something as a child, that something didn't happen to them. Truth is, even now, I don't really hate Boogie. I don't really care enough about an influencer's personal life. It just doesn't bother me. I also don't care about them asking for money. I feel like if people want to give them money, let them give them money. I've never understood that crowd. There's a crowd on the internet that are so obsessed with influencers' personal lives and every aspect of it, and they just feel so inspired that they have to comment and talk about it, and they just become so obsessed. And I just don't understand that culture at all, honestly. I get fandom and I get not liking somebody, but I figure like if you don't like somebody, you just stop watching them. I just will never understand people who hate watch anything. Well, anyway, guys, if you like this video, make sure to like on the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. My name is Troy, and I'm out. Ciao, Martine.